Just heard a tree fall. It's the second one today. Right up there up that hill somewhere. It's kind of cool. I mean, hearing a tree fall once in the woods is pretty rare, but to hear two in the same general area, it's kind of interesting. Well, I'm up here hiking on Hoodoo Canyon, and behind me you can see Trout Lake. I'm about a mile up the trail, and just taking a little break and taking in the view. This area has a nice, rich history of Bigfoot activity, from what I hear. There was a few hikers a few weeks ago hiking Hoodoo Canyon Trail, and they were hiking up towards Emerald Lake, which is a few miles that way, and they heard two screams, one as they were going out and another one as they were coming back from the lake. They were off in the distance. They weren't too sure if they were howls or screams. But I know from my experience, an animal that howls way off in the distance, those sounds can actually get a little distorted, and they can sound a whole lot different than what they originated from. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Packing a lot of equipment. Got blasting gear with me and camera equipment, batteries, and of course, shotgun. I don't care what any Bigfoot researcher says about hiking with a gun. You have zero chance of having a Bigfoot encounter if you're packing a gun. I disagree. There are so many stories of hunters, bow hunters, out packing weapons, and they come across a Bigfoot. And for my own safety, I don't like to hike without at least one or two firearms with me. Beautiful view though. This is my second day out here. First day I just kind of hung out in camp and just get a feel for the area. And I was cutting some firewood at 1 p.m. and I heard something falling through the tree line, and it hit the hill and then rolled down. I'm not sure if something just fell naturally or something was thrown. A few hours later, a tree fell, and it was in the same direction as the previous sound. But we did just have a thunderstorm roll through, and it was just dumping and hailing. So the ground here is pretty soft, so it could have been just a natural tree fall, but I won't know for sure. As I was settling in around the campfire, about 8 o'clock, heard some distant, we'll just say some vocal sounds. Couldn't be for sure if it was a howl or not. But then a whole convoy of vehicles pulled in, and now the campground is full of young Boy Scouts. But with the voices of children, I hear that actually helps draw in a Bigfoot or two. So maybe I'll use them for my advantage. But I had a recorder out last night. Woke up around 4 in the morning to some type of vocal sound just outside of camp, coming from this side of the Hoodoo Canyon. Well, still got a few more miles of hiking, so better get to it. When I'm out hiking like this, and I've been hiking a lot by myself, but last year I've had a few run-ins. Had a black bear run across my trail. Had a standoff with a couple moose. And one winter I had fresh cougar tracks following my trail in the snow. So now I usually hike with a buddy, which is always smart, because you never know what might happen. But I'm going solo this time. So it's always good to hike with somebody else. Well, I'm here overlooking part of Emerald Lake. I'm not sure if you can see part of the lake in the background or not. Don't have a lot of stories out here, only a couple, but they're all vocal sounds. People have heard a lot of screaming coming from these hilltops. I bet a scream out here could really echo really well out here. I'm switching in between cameras right now because I like to have my hands free sometimes. Nice big rock cliff here. Some Native Americans have told me I always look around rock outcroppings, because that's usually where a Bigfoot will bed down for the night, or they will have a nest or a home nestled in amongst the rocks. Coming across a lot of bear sign right now, a lot of tracks. That was creepy. A rock just came through here, crashing through. Scared the crap out of me. I don't know if it just fell naturally or what. Probably just did, but holy cow. Sounded like a herd of elephants coming through. Look at that view.